So there are three phases we need to be aware of. This is both seen on pathology, and the radiologic imaging features will follow what we see on pathology. I hope there's no pathologists in the room, actually. I'm going to show some slides, and I have no idea what I'm looking at. And, no, but there are three phases. The first is the lytic phase, when the bone is going away. The second is the mixed lytic and blastic, where you start to have some bone formation, some bone repair that occurs. And finally, the blastic, the later phase, when really the features you see on both pathology and imaging are the repair process, the new bone formation. So this is an example of sort of the mixed phase, where we have both bone resorption and bone repair. These are giant osteoclasts. These cells are the osteoclasts which are taking away the bone, the lytic bone, the culprit for the lytic bone. These are little osteoblasts that's trying to lay down new bone that's formed. And here in the medullary space, we're seeing tissue that instead of normal yellow marrow, this is fibrovascular tissue, lots of vascular vascularization, as you can see, these little red things. And so fibrovascular tissue. This is the mixed phase of Paget's disease. This is in the later phase. Instead of that fibrovascular tissue we just saw in the medullary space, where there's a lot of new blood channels, now the bone marrow has reverted back to a primarily yellow marrow, more of a fatty state. And so really all you see is pretty much nothing, mostly just fat. And this is the new bone that has been laid down. The bone that's laid down in Paget's disease is abnormal bone. Okay, so over here, this region is more normal appearing bony cortex, where there's lots of interconnections between the different structures, the architecture of the bone. And here, this is the new bone that was laid down by the repair process in Paget's disease. As you can see, there is not these strong connections. The matrices are not actually. I should ask Wing. Wing, you're an expert in bone formation back in Genet's days. So this is these bony areas. It's called the pumice bone. It lacks the strong interconnections, and so this is, even though it's very thickened cortex, it's actually very weak cortex.